Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Glacial Geek Battle Report. I'm Phil, the Glacial Geek, coming to you here from Casa de Neil, where I'm about to fight a 1,000-point battle between my Eldar and Harris's Orks. So the story that we've got going on here is that an Ork WAAAAGH is rampaging through the galaxy, and they don't just attack Imperial planets; they attack anywhere that they think they can get a good fight. So crumping heads, they don't got, they don't have to be monkey heads that they want to crump. They want to crump everyone's head. So they landed on this craft world planet, or planet that's under control of the craft world, and they had to form up a defense to try to fight back the green tide as they came flowing across the land. So that's the story that we've got going on. We are going to be playing the raid mission, which is from the Grand Tournament packet, the Grand Tournament chapter approved Grand Tournament packet 2020 for incursion size missions. And essentially the way it works, there are 6 objectives. One over here, one over here. There are 2 that are in the middle of the table, and then there are another 2 in my opponent's deployment zone. You score the primary is hold 2 objectives, you score 5 points. If you control 3 objectives, you score another 5 points. And if you control more than your opponent, you score an additional 5 points for a maximum of 15 points per turn. In addition to the normal rules for this mission, if you control one or both of the objectives in your opponent's deployment zone, you score, you gain an additional command point at the beginning of your command phase, in addition to the one that you would normally gain. So you would gain 2 at the beginning of your turn instead of just the 1. As for secondaries, I have chosen engage on all fronts, assassinate, and while we stand, we fight. My 3 most expensive models are the 2 wave serpents and the Farseer on a jet bike. My opponent has chosen raid the supply lines, which is the one that's specific for this mission. It states at the end of each of your command phases, you score 3 victory points if you control one of the objective markers that is in your opponent's deployment zone, or 5 victory points if you control both of the objective markers that are in your opponent's deployment zone. You can't score that on the first turn. My opponent also took Bring It Down, so he's going to be looking at killing my vehicles. The Vipers also count as vehicles. They're bikes and vehicles. It's kind of cool. And then he also chose Line Breaker, so I have 2 units in my deployment zone. So that is going to be it for the mission and the story. Before we go any further, though, let's show you the 2 armies that are going to be fighting it out today. So for the Eldar, I'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading up that detachment, we have a Farseer on a bike and a Farseer. So for troops, we have 2 10-man Guardians and 1 5-man Dire Avenger. We have a 5-person Howling Banshee squad. We have 2 Vipers. And last but not least, we have 2 Wave Serpents. So for the Orks, you'll be running a battalion detachment. Leading off the detachment, we have a War Boss with a Combi Scorcha. We have Snickrot. And we have a Weird Boy. Yes, that's a Weird Boy. We have 2 20-boy squads of Choppa Sluggas and 1 15-boy squad of Shooters. We have a Pain Boy. We have a 6-boy commando unit squad. And last but not least, we've got a Burnabama. Going over deployment for the Eldar here, we have one of my Vipers with a Star Cannon over on this side. We've got a squad of Guardians here, along with my Farseer on a bike. I've got my 2 Wave Serpents. Inside the darker one over here are the Howling Banshees. Inside the lighter one are the Dire Avengers. We then have another squad of Guardians, along with the Farseer on foot, and my other Viper over here. Going over deployment for Dem Orks, we've got his War Boss over on this side, along with a 20-man squad of Choppa Boys. We've got the 15-man squad of Shooter Boys. We've got the Weird Boy in the middle there, the Weird Boy.
Quote Weird Boy.
Quote Weird Boy. We have the Pain Boy over here. We've got the Burnabama up over here. We have the other squad of Choppa Boys over on this side. And what is it? It's in the Sneaky Gits. The Commandos and Snickrot are going to be in reserves. So, cunning infiltrators. They're something. They're doing whatever. So they're being sneaky.
They're tiptoeing around the
exactly. So here we go. Everything's
green.
green. Yeah, they're feeling it. They're feeling very sneaky. So that is going to be it for deployment. We will now roll off to see who will get to choose to go first. Oh, with the fill face, stealing my fill faces over here. Do you want to go first? Okay. So we will come back after the movement phase for the Orks here on turn 1. All right, movement phase for the Orks here on turn 1. His weird boy advanced over here. These guys, the shooter boys, stood still back over here. The boss and the boys over here advanced up, as did the pain boy, and these boys just moved up their distance here. And last but not least, his burn Obama shot over the board over here. Go over to this side. Man, moving my models, how dare you. And now he is going to drop the bomb onto my guardians over here.
What's the point of having magnetized stuff like that?
Exactly, I got to magnetize it, looks cool. So it's going to be 10 dice here, because you roll 1d6 for each
model up to 10.
Model up to 10. If it is infantry, on a 4-up, he does a mortal wound to them there. So that is going to be... Wow, my dice are
6.
It's gonna be 6. So
Green
one
dice
more.
green tie.
Man, green dice. Taking my dice over here. So that's gonna be 6 dead guardians there. And now over here, we're gonna start the psychic phase. He's gonna cast Warpath onto the squad that walked over there. Double 1 will not make it. You're gonna spend a CP to reroll that. Yep. Into an 8,
which is an 11.
Which becomes an 11, so that will go off.
Yeah.
And now he's going to cast the jump onto his boys over here. That will go off with a 9, but that
12.
Does become a 12. So he does perils because, unlike every other power that just gives you extra stuff, it actually specifies in the Ork one with the, the WAAAAGH energy, that they do perils if they go over 12 with it. So, D3 mortal wounds. He's going to take 2 mortal wounds, but they are going to jump. All right, so now into the shooting phase. His burner bomber here is closer to my Farseer than anything else, so he is going to fire into him with everything. I spent 2 CP for lightning fast reflexes, and my opponent spent 2 CP for more DACA. So he's going to be hitting on 5s and 6s, regardless because of that. So his 2 CP basically counteracted my 2 CP. So now, what are we going to start with?
The Scorching Missiles.
We'll start with the Scorching Missiles. D6 shots. 1 shot.
That's okay.
5 or 6.
That's a 6.
DACA. Nope, no hit there. So it's strength what?
Strength 6.
Strength 6, so looking for a 3 to wound.
Strength 5.
Strength 5, so still 3 to wound.
That'll wound.
-1. All right, so looking for a 4-up with his invul. No, I'm going to spend a CP to reroll that. I got a t-shirt you might be interested in. Already own it. And now the super shooters.
3.
It's going to be 3 hits. 2. Oh, DACAs. Get another 1. So that's going to be 4 hits.
These are strength 6.
Strength 6, so looking for 3s. 1 wound.
-1.
1 at -1, so looking for a 4-up invul. No, failed that one. He's got Fate's Messenger as his Warlord trait, so the Feel No Pains on the 6s. Hey, I didn't feel one of those. And here come the big shooters. Because of lightning fast reflexes, they're going to be hitting on 5s. But he gets a lot of those anyway. So there's 1 miss that came from that, but then DACA. 2 more hits. Oh boy.
Looking for 3s.
Strength, what is it?
Strength 5.
Strength 5, so looking for 3s, yep.
You got 3.
3 wounds. 3 4-ups. And I make 2 of them. 6 up, Feel No Pain. No. All right, so into the assault phase. This squad here is going to declare a charge against my Viper and my Guardians. So he needs a 9-inch charge to get in. Does not make it. Here we go.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Oh, he's in. Whoa. All right, so into the fight phase. We're going to have 9 boys into here along with the knob, into my Viper, along with the knob, and then we've got a bunch into my Guardian over there. We're going to go into the Viper first here. These are just the boys, so it's going to be 45 attacks with Warpath, and the fact that there's 20 of them in there. Green tide, baby. Green so here we go.
Alrighty.
Oh boy. These are going to be strength 4, toughness 5, so looking for 5s to wound. And we have 3 armor saves. 3 up armor saves. Get back here. Drop dice don't count. 3 ups. Oh, I fail 1, 2, 3. Oh, baby, my dice are holding me strong. Another knob into it as well. 6 attacks, hitting on 3s. Okay, and then wounding on 4s. So strength 5, toughness 5. That's going to be 2 wounds. AP nothing again. So 3 up saves. Making 1, failing 1. And now there's going to be the boys into the guardians over here. We have 45 attacks coming. Oh no, 40 attacks coming in here.
That was a little.
And then these are going to be wounding on 3s. Oh boy. 21 5-up saves for 4 models. Can I do it?
That says maybe.
You know. They did. My Viper's going to attack back with his 1 attack. That's not a hit. And my Wave Serpent's going to attack back into them because they tagged him when they consolidated, hitting on 6s. No hits. All right, and that's going to be it for the Orc turn here on turn 1. We will come back to you after movement phase for the Eldar here on turn 1. Movement phase for the Eldar here on turn 1. My Farseer on a bike moved over here. The Banshees, Howling Banshees, disembarked from here, and then when he fell back, I spent 2 CP on Feigned Retreat to allow him to shoot. He moved up over to here. He moved up over here. This Viper and this Viper fell back out of combat up onto the objective over there. And these Guardians stood still along with my Farseer. So that's going to be it for the movement phase for the Eldar. We'll come back to you with the Psychic phase. Alrighty, so now this Farseer is going to cast Doom onto those Orcs over there. On a 9, it will go off. And then he's going to cast Smite. That will go off with a 6. D3 mortal wounds. 2 mortal wounds.
18.
And then this guy over here is going to cast Executioner onto them. That will go off with a 9. So it does D3 mortal wounds onto them. It's going to do 1 mortal wound onto them. But if a model in this target unit is slain as a result of this, target unit suffers additional D3 mortal wounds. For another 1 mortal wound. Okay. And now he's going to cast Smite. That will not go off. So re-rolling from his Runes of the Farseer. That will go off. D3. 1 mortal wound again. All right, this squad of Guardians over here are going to fire their Shuriken catapults into the Orcs over here. I had taken as my craft world. Right. I did, Superior Shurikens, which gives them extra 4 inches there. So they're all in range of these boys here. So we've got 20 shots hitting on 3s. I think it's 3s. Yeah, it was hitting on 3s and now wounding on 4s. 6s are AP minus 3. So there's 1 that has no save. And then, not great.
Opposite of point.
That was not statistical there. So you've got 3 saves and 1's just going to go straight through.
The one that goes straight through.
Okay.
That guy. Not on the cover. Cover here.
I think clever. 1 second. All right, so now he's going to take it on 2 that are out of cover over here because it's actually models now. So there's 6 ups. Nope. And yes, and then you got 1 more.
No.
No.
So
the 2 out of cover will be dead. Yeah. So you no longer have to be a whole unit wholly within there. You just get it per model basis now for cover, which is interesting on area terrain. And now he's going to fire into them with his Shining Star of Vol. There's going to be 4 hits. Ooh, 1 second. JK, all 6 hit because they are 2 up to hit. Wounding on 4s. 6s of rending. Nope, no rending there. So you just have 2 saves. AP, nothing. Because it didn't.
5 ups.
5 ups because they're in cover. No, 2 dead. Now my Wave Serpent here is going to fire. He's going to fire his Twin Shuriken Cannon into the Bomber and the Twin Shuriken Catapult into the boys. So we'll do the Catapult first. Okay. And then 4 is the wound. That is
5.
A 5. So that is 1 wound there. Regular save.
He's
good. And now the Twin Shuriken Cannon into him. That's going to be 2 hits. 6s, 6 strength 6. So looking for 4s, right? Yes. So still just the 1 there. AP nothing. No, it takes a wound. And same thing for the other one. We'll do the cannon first. -1 to hit, so hitting on 4s. Wounded on 4s. So that's 1. Not make it a save? No. So he takes a wound. JK, that is a save. And then into the catapults. That is going to be 2 hits. No wounds. Howling Banshees are going to fire their Shuriken pistols. That's better. And wounded on 4s. That's much better. All right, so one's dead because it's AP rending there. And then we've got 3 5-ups. 2 more dead. All right, so now my Viper over here is going to fire into the shooter boy. So we're going to do the cannon first. No hits. And the twin shuriken catapult. That's going to be 3 hits. Getting 2 wounds. One's at AP -3, so 1 will be dead, and then 1 gets a save. Oh, sorry, they're Ard boys, so they got a 4 up there. So it's going to be a 6-up save.
Thanks for cover.
Because of cover.
No.
And then 1 4-up save. 3-up save because they're in cover. Make it with a
There's the 6-up.
All right, so into the assault phase. My Banshees are going to charge into the boys over here. They're going to be in. And now my Banshees are going to attack in here in the fight phase. They're going to have 2 attacks each, the regular ones, and then the Exarch's going to have 3 attacks. I did take Savage Blades as my other half of my craft world, so they're going to be rerolling 1s to hit on the charge here. So these are going to be hitting on 3s. Rerolling 1s. Nope, just rolled 2s instead. Cool. Strength 3, looking for 5 to wound. That's going to be 1 wound. It's going to be 1 dead. Because it's AP -3 power sword. Took it on the knob there, and then my Exarch is going to attack. 3 attacks. That's all hits. 1 second. And these are going to be my 4s to wound because of strength +1. The executioner there. So that's still going to be 1 wound. Dead knob. All right, I just realized they've had Doom this whole time, so I could have been re-rolling all of the wounds, literally all the wounds from everything into them. But I didn't because I'm a fool, but I'm not going to redo it. My opponent did offer, but I said no. It's got to hurt if I'm going to remember. So now he's going to attack back here. He's got 6 boys, so there's going to be 18 attacks now with the numbers they have there.
4s and 3s.
Looking for 4s and 3s. Hitting on 4s because they're -1 to hit because of War Shout. Oh no, yeah, because of War Shout.
That helped you a lot.
And yep, there we go. And 3s. Getting 1 wound. Save. On a 4-up? Yeah, we good! Woo! Alrighty, so that's the end of the turn here. I did not score engage on all fronts because I meant to move these guys slightly more, but didn't. So I don't get any of engage on all fronts. So can't do that. I know. I did not kill any characters, and well, all my guys are still standing, but that's not until the end of the game. So. That is going to be the end of turn 1 here. My opponent did spend 2 CP for Insane Bravery to keep all them boys there. And that is going to be that. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Orks here on turn 2. All right, moving for the Orks here on turn 2. His shooter boys back here stood still. His boss advanced up onto here looking at my poor Viper. What has he ever done to you? Everything, he says. These guys all moved up over this way, these boys, as did the weird boy beside them. The Burnabama fell off his base there a bit, so we're currently waiting for glue to repair that, but that is where he's going to be there with the bases.
The mech is patching it up.
It'll be fine. Yeah, the mech is outside on the wing, patching it back on. Over to there. While he's dropping a bomb. And then my opponent... So because my opponent controlled that objective back over there because he was OBSEC since he was a player during the command phase, he got an additional 2 CP. Or additional CP. So he got 2 CP in the command phase because of that. He then spent 3 CP that he had then because of that extra CP to Green Tide, or Unstoppable Green Tide, these boys over here, and pulled them back over onto this side over here, putting them within 6 inches of the table edge, and fully 9 inches and fully formed back up to their full size complement there. So pretty brutal. You jump it back here and 9 inches away from my Viper, the poor Viper that was hurt in the first salvo there. So that is going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. JK, we got the bomb over here with the Guardian. So he's going to have dropping 10 dice again, looking for 4s. All right.
4.
Getting 4, so killing 4 this turn. So now his weird boy is going to cast Warpath onto this squad over here. So looking for, what do you need? That'll do it for sure.
An 11.
That's an 11, so he's good to go. And then he's going to smite into the Viper. That will go off with a 7, 8, 9. So that's going to be D3 mortal wounds. 1 mortal wound. All right, so now the Bomba is going to fire into my Guardians. We're going to go with the Scorching Missiles. These do have blast, so a minimum of 3.
So they get 5.
Nope, they got 5 instead. So these are going to be hitting on 4s.
5s.
5s.
It's an orc shooting.
This is orc shooting.
So we got 2 hits.
2 hits. Strength
5.
5, so looking for 3s to wound. That's going to be 1 wound.
I think it's -1. Let me check. We'll see if it matters.
It does not matter. Well, it does matter. If it's
Ignores
minus, ignores cover, so it doesn't matter. That's the dead guy. And now the super shooters.
These are 5s and 2s.
5s and 2s.
Nothing.
5s, no hits. And then the big shooters. 4s to hit.
Because Grot.
Because of Grot shooting them.
3 hits.
And then 3 hits. So that's going to be, and 3s to wound.
Yep.
That's going to be 3 wounds. AP.
None, and you do get cover.
None, and I do get cover here. So that's going to be 2 saves, 1 dead. And now the shooter boys are going to fire into my Viper over here. Hitting on 5s, wounding on 5s.
That's a bunch of Daka.
That's a bunch of Daka-Dakas there. Ooh, boy.
That's
6 Daka-Dakas, oh boy. Ooh, getting a bunch more hits. Oh, man.
good, even.
Wounding on 5s, though. That might be my savior over here. No, I don't think it will be my savior. Oh, man. That's going to hurt.
Well, shooter boys do as much damage as
Jeez, that's, yeah, seriously.
the first assault.
So that's going to be 5 wounds, looking for 3 up saves. Failing 2 of them. And now the boss is going to fire everything in here, so we're going to do the Scorcher first.
6.
So that's going to be 6 hits. Pretty good. Strength 5, so looking for 4s to wound.
Yep.
That's going to be 2 wounds. AP -1, so 4 ups. Get in them both with Phil faces. Woo!
And then the shooter.
And then the shooter portion here, hitting on 6s because it's -1 since you advanced.
Shooting.
All right, so now into the assault phase. The boss is going to charge into my Viper. I'm going to fire Overwatch, spend the CP to do it. So we'll do the cannon first. Getting 1 hit, strength 6. That's not a wound there. And then we've got the shuriken catapults. That's going to be 1 hit.
Number 5.
No, nothing there. Okay, waste CP, but I felt like I had to do it. He is way in. Painboy's going to charge into my Viper over here. He's in with double 6s. And now the boys are going to charge into the Viper, need a 9. Get in it with an 11. And now these boys are going to charge into my Banshees. 7 inches probably makes it. They will make it, but he's going to irri-go the 2 to see if he can get higher. Gets the 2. That's what he gets.
Meant to be a 2.
All right, we're starting the fight phase with these boys into my Howling Banshees. They're going to be -1 to hit, so looking for 4s. But there's 40 attacks here, so looking for 4s. And then these are going to be wounding on 3s. All right, did 19 wounds. I'm going to have a 4-up armor save. Oh, that one hurts real bad. I only made 6 of them. But I did spend a CP in the beginning to give them Graceful Avoidance, which is one of the things from Rise of the Phoenix, or Fire of the Phoenix? Lord, what is it? Something to the Phoenix.
Phoenix.
Phoenix. Something to the Phoenix.
Phoenix Wright.
Whatever, the
Phoenix
thing.
Wright.
Phoenix Wright, exactly. Objection. They no, it's the one, yeah, I object to all these wounds that I'm going to be taking. The second Awakening book, whatever it is. It's open, so I can't see what it is right now. These are going to be looking for 5 up, feel no pains, basically. Not basically, it's definitely going to be. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they're dead anyway. All right, so now the Pain Boy is going to attack into my Viper over here. 4 attacks, hitting on 4s because it's a Power Claw.
Yep.
Getting 2 hits.
Wounded on 2.
Wound on 2, strength 10. That's going to be 2 wounds. AP -3, so I think I got 2. Oh, all the dice are over here.
Sorry.
It's all good. 2 6-up saves. No, I didn't make either, and so he's dead. Does he explode? No. Them boys were chosen next, and they piled in and consolidated a total of 6 inches towards me this way.
And a wound.
All right, so now his boss is going to attack in here. He's got 1 extra attack because of the biggest boss. That's 5 attacks, hitting on 2s because of the Killer Claw.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s, luckily.
Because of brutal but cunning.
Because of brutal but cunning. Oh, okay, still not meant to be there.
Wounding on 2s.
And then wounding on 2s.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s.
Because of the Killer Claw.
Because of the Killer Claw.
Okay.
That's 3.
-3.
-3, so 6 up saves. Making 1 of them.
8 damage.
8 damage. Yeah, he's definitely dead. Does he explode? No, he does not. All right, so that's going to be it for the Orks here on turn 2. He did get the raid supply line secondary, the first in the beginning of the turn there. He also has, he just got 4 points for Bring It Down by killing those 2 Vipers. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Eldar here on turn 2. All right, so I do have to take a morale test over here. I lost 6 guys, 6 plus 1. They're good to go. Yeah. All right, movement phase. These guys disembarked over here, looking on them. These guys stayed still over here. He advanced over this way, he advanced up over this way, and he advanced over that way. So that's going to be it for movement phase for the Eldar. We'll come back to you with the psychic phase. We're going to start with him over here. He's going to cast Executioner onto his war boss up there. Does not go off, but re-rolling because of Runes of the Farseer. Does not go off.
War boss said no.
And now rolling Smite. That will go off with a 10. He actually moved 6 inches when I was looking at his rules when he advanced, so I just moved him there closer, which I want him to do. But it's going to be D3 mortal wounds into him. Going to be 2 mortal wounds. And then he back here is going to cast Doom onto these guys. Hopefully I'll remember it this time, but I don't get it off. Oh, re-rolling because of Runes of the Farseer. There we go. That goes off. And now he's going to cast Smite into him. That'll go off for 1 mortal wound. And now these guys are going to start us off by shooting it into the boys. 8 shots here. Ooh, all hits. There we go. That's what I like to see. Forced to wound. Re-rolling because of Doom. Because I actually remembered. Oh, baby, that's real good. Much better. So these are going to be 2 straight dead. And then you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 actual saves to make your... Just roll these dice here.
A whole bunch out of cover.
Yeah.
So I'll start on that one.
The one's out of cover first.
None.
No, 1 save, so 4 more dead. Now the Dire Avengers are going to fire into them as well. That's not bad. And then wounding on 4s. Rerolling because of Doom. Doomy doomy doom. Doom doom doom. All right, so we got 1 that's already dead, and then you got 4 saves to make here. Making none. And then my Wave Serpent is going to put everything into the Weird Boy back over there. So we're going to go with the Shuriken Catapults first. That's going to be 2 hits. That is going to be 1 wound. Or what is your toughness? T4, yeah. So 1 wound. AP a bunch though, so he's just going to take a wound. So he's down to 1 wound, and here come the cannon. All right, that's going to be 4 hits. 3s to wound. That's going to be 4 wounds. AP nothing.
4 6 ups.
4 6-up saves.
Roll
Can he roll 4 6s? No, he can't. He rolled 1, but he is dead. All right, so now my Farseer here is going to fire into his war boss. Hitting on 2s. That's going to be all hits. Wounding on 5s because he is T5. Oh, okay, so that's going to be 2 at AP -3, and then 2 at AP nothing.
So 4 up invulns.
4 up invulns.
3 up armor with cover.
3 up armor with cover.
So invulns.
Invulns.
Made 1.
Makes 1, fails 1, and then
3 up armor.
3 up armors. Fails both of those, so takes 3 more wounds. And then my Wave Serpent is going to fire everything into him. We'll do the catapults first, twin catapults. So that's going to be 3 hits. That's going to be 1 wound at AP -3, so it's a 4 up invul. No, he doesn't make it. He doesn't have any CP left, so he is dead. He's going to shoot his Shuriken pistol up here. Why not? That's a hit. Okay, that's a wound. AP -3, so he takes a wound. All right, so that's going to be it for the shooting phase, and not going to be any assaults and no fights here. So my opponent over here, he's within 6 inches of this squad of boys, which are at 20. So his morale is 20, so he auto passes. Good to go.
Even though I lost 11.
Even though he lost 11, he can't fail on a 20 because he would need to roll a 9 or no, he would have to roll a 10 to fail. Can't do that on a D6. So that's going to be it for the Eldar turn here on turn 2 and the end of turn 2. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Orks on turn 3. All right, movement phase for the Orks here on turn 3. His boys here moved on over this way. These boys moved up over this way. Over on this side, Snickrot and Snickrot dropped in 9 inches away from me over there, and the commandos dropped in over here. The Burna Bomber moved up over this way. These guys stayed still. Pain Boy moved up over this way, and that is going to be it. So we will come back to you after with the shooting phase. Since the psychic phase, I killed his Psyker. So starting off, this squad here is going to shoot their sluggas and throw a stick bomb into my dude bros, into my guardians. So we'll do the stick bomb first. It's going to get 6 shots here, which is pretty good. Hitting on 5s.
Yeah, because orcs.
Because them orcs. Getting
2 hits and
2 hits and 2 Daka-Dakas. So you may as well just reroll those. Okay. Getting another hit there. So that's 5 hits, which is pretty good. Strength 3, so 4s to wound. That's going to be
good.
4 wounds. There, 1 dead. And then the slugger shots. All right.
3.
3 hits, 3s to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds. AP nothing, so that's going to be 2 saves. All right, so now his Burna Bomb is going to fire into my Farseer. I'm going to spend 2 CP on lightning fast reflexes. And then my opponent's going to spend 2 CP on the Daka-Daka, or more Daka. So here we go. We're going to do the missiles first, scorching missiles first. Getting 4 shots. These are going to be hitting on 5s. And 2 with Daka-Dakas because of the more Daka. That's going to be 3 hits. 3s to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds. AP -1. 4 up invo. No, fail them both. 6 up, feel no pain. Making both of them! Woo!
Super shooters.
Another super shooters. So that's going to be 4 hits, so 4 more shots. Because of Daka-Daka. That's another shot. Pretty good. And then these are going to be strength
6.
6, so again, 3s to wound. That's going to be 1, 2, 3 wounds. 4 up invos. Making all of them. I'll take that. And now the big shooters. 5s to hit. Because of lightning fast reflexes. No, nothing. All right, so now the shooter squad here is going to fire into my Wave Serpent. So these are going to be, what are you looking for here?
5s and I think 5s?
5s and 5s.
It's strength 4.
Strength 4, so yes, so 5. Oh boy, getting all our dice together here.
25 shots.
25 shots here from the 12 guys there that can see. Plus the slugger from the knob. We got 4 Daka-Dakas. All right, getting another hit. And then these are going to be 5s to wound.
Two, 3 wounds.
3 wounds over here. So these are going to be looking for 3 up saves. And I fail 1. So over here, the boys are going to charge into my Guardians and my Seer. So looking for, I mean, not a whole long distance. Yeah, they're way in. Now these boys are going to charge into my Dire Avengers. They are in. He's going to Eerie Go that 1. Yep, getting more inches. And now Snickrot is going to charge into my Farseer. No, will not make it. Here we go. That will not make it. Now the Pain Boy is going to charge into my Wave Serpent. I set the CP to Overwatch, so we'll go with the Shuriken Catapults first. Getting 2 hits. Wounding on 4s. 1 with the AP goes straight through. Doesn't he have a Field of Pain? 6 up Field of Pain? No, feels it. And then the cannons. Getting 2 hits there as well. Wounding on 3s. Strength 6. That's going to be 1 wound. Makes the save. And here comes this charge. Just needs to get to the base of the thing there. Yeah, he's in. Ooh, yeah, but he's in barely.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to start the fight phase over here with these boys into the Dire Avenger. We've got 36 attacks with the boys.
3s and 3s.
Looking for 3s. And then looking for 3s. 17 4-up saves. No, they are way dead. And then over here, we're gonna have 6 boys onto the boys. 6 boys onto the Farseer, and you're gonna have 2 boys and the knob onto my Guardians. So we're gonna go with the 18 onto the Seer over here, and then wounded on 3s. So it's 11 wounds onto my Farseer over here. 4 ups. No, he is way dead. And then the 2 boys and the knob into my Guardians over there. Just the boys first.
All right.
That's pretty good.
5 hits on 6 attacks.
And 3s. That's only 5 wounds. 5 4-up saves. Nope, that's failed them all. They did. And now the Pain Boy's going to attack into my Wave Serpent over here. 4 attacks, hitting on 4s.
2 hits.
2 hits, wounded on 3s.
2
That's
wounds.
2 wounds. AP -3, so 6 up saves. No, failed them both. D3 damage. Gonna be 3 damage. All right, so now he's gonna attack back 3 attacks. That's gonna be 1 hit.
3 to wound.
That's a wound.
6 up save.
Oh, and he makes it.
The 2 mobs.
All right, so that's gonna be it for the Orc turn here on turn 3. My opponent did get Line Breaker with having the 2 boy squads over here. And that is going to be it. So we will come back to you after movement phase for the Eldar here on turn 3. Alrighty, so Eldar turn 3 here movement. He stood still over here. He moved up over there, and he fell back over there. I spent 2 CP to allow him to shoot. So that is going to be it for movement phase. We will come back to you with the psychic phase. So starting off, focus. He's going to smite into his weird Pain Boy over there. That's going to go off on a 6. D3 mortal wounds. With the 3 mortal wounds, he's got 6 up, feel no pain.
Yep. I need 3 of them.
Needs 3 of them.
Made 1.
Makes 1, so he's still alive.
1 wound.
And I'm going to do Executioner as well. I'm going to re-roll that because of Runes of the Farce here. No. Shooting phase, he's going to fire into the Pain Boy. That's going to be all but 1 hit. Strength 4, so 4 is to wound. That's going to be 2 wounds. He gets his regular armor save, 6 ups, right?
Yep.
And then 6 up Feel No Pains as well. 6 up.
Yep.
No, 6 up. Makes 1, but that's not enough. He is still dead. My Wave Serpent here is going to fire everything into the boys here. We'll go with the cannon first. That's going to be 4 hits. 3s to wound. That's going to be 1 wound. Save. No. And the Shuriken Catapults.
Slightly better.
Yeah, I'll take that. There we go. 1's going to be dead and then 2 saves.
Out of cover, so 6 ups.
Yep. Sounds good.
Nope.
No, 2 dead. And now he's going to do the same thing to the shooter boys over here. Cannon. Pretty good.
Need 7 with the knob.
That's going to be 3 wounds. 1's going to be kill a guy outright. And then 2 have saves.
So 2 5 ups.
5 ups.
3 ups. There are
3 ups because they're hard boys. That's right. Make 1, fail 1.
Fail straight on.
And here comes the Shuriken Catapults. That's going to be 1 wound. Regular save. 3 up. Oh, no, it takes it.
1 dies.
All right, that's going to be it for the turn here for the Eldar. I am going to get engaged on all fronts, and that's about it. So we'll come back to you after movement phase. I have killed 3 of his characters, so I did get 9 points for that, which is not bad. So we'll come back to you after movement phase for the Orks here on turn 4. Moving phase for the Orks. His boys both stayed back here on their objective and over here in my deployment zone for Line Breaker. Snickrot is making his way up over this way. The commandos made their way over closer to these guys, and the shooter boys stayed still where they are. And the Burnabama just turned and flew up over this way. So that's going to be it for the movement phase. We'll come back to you with the shooting phase. Alrighty, so into the shooting phase, his commandos are going to spend 1 CP on more stick bombs, which allows them to all throw tank buster bombs into me over here. So we're going to have 6 D3 shots. Ooh, that's a bunch.
3.
All right, so it's going to be 13 shots here, hitting on 5s. A couple Dakas in there as well. So, and then you got 1 more 5 down in there.
Yes.
And then you've got 3 Dakas.
Pretty good.
Nope, no more hits. Okay.
Fine 3s to wound.
These are going to be strength what?
Strength 8.
Strength 8, so 3s to wound. So that's going to be 1,
4
2.
at an amount of AP.
4 at some AP.
Also, it's -3.
-3, so if it's -3, that's -2, so that means I made 3 out of the 4. What's the damage on this? D6. -1, so 5 damage. All right, so now the shooter boys are going to fire into my Wave Serpent over here. 21 shots from the squad over there. These are going to be hitting on 5s. We had 3 hits with 1 Daka. That's 4 hits, sounds good. Wounding on 5s. One wound. No save though.
Yep.
Flyer here is going to fire at my Farseer.
Scorch a missile.
Scorch a missile. Getting 6 shots. That's pretty good. These are going to be hitting on 5s. Getting 2 hits and a Daka. No.
3s.
3s to wound. It's going to be 2 wounds. AP.
-1.
-1, so still 4 up invul. Make 1, fail 1. Feel no pain because it was Warlord trait? No. And here comes the Daka, or the Super Shooters.
2 hits.
2 hits, including a Daka.
Yep.
No, not meant to be.
3.
3s to wound.
Pretty good.
4 ups. Make 'em both. And here comes the big shooter.
Which are hitting on 4s.
Hitting on 4s because the Grot's shooting it.
And 3s.
And 3s. 2 wounds.
No AP.
No AP. Make 1, fail 1. Feel no pain, I keep forgetting about. Alright, so Snickrot is going to charge in over here. I think we decided it was a 7-inch charge, right? Because he needs 5 to get over there. Yes, and 2 down. So 7-inch charge, we'll get him in. That'll get him in. And now the shooter boys are going to charge in over here. No CP to Overwatch, they're way in. And then the commandos are going to charge as well. Oh, they're way in.
It's 1, 2 damage piece.
Alright, so Snickrot is going to go in here. He's going to start us off. He's in terrain, so he's going to have 6 attacks, hitting on 2s because he's a blood axe, right?
He's hitting on 2s because he's a boss.
Oh, he's hitting on 2s because he's a boss. Literally and figuratively.
Rerolling 1s.
Rerolling 1s though because he's
a
Blood Axe Commando.
He's a Red Skull Commando.
He's a Red Skull Commando, so there we go.
He's cool like that.
Because he's super cool. So he's going to be hitting on 2s, rerolling, and then he is strength 6, so would be wounding on 3s, but because he's in terrain and they're in terrain, he gets an additional throat slittens. He gets an additional plus, so it's going to be wounding on 2. So hitting on 2s, rerolling.
Rerolling those 2 1s.
Okay. There we go. And then wounded on 2s.
No rerolling on the wounds.
No rerolling on the wounds. No real need. Well, I guess 1, but that's still 5 wounds. AP -1, so 4 up invul saves. No, I failed 3 of them.
6 damage. You got feel no pain.
That's 6 damage total.
Yes. 2 damage.
All right, I've got 3 wounds left. I need to make
over half of these.
4 6s. Show me those spill faces. No, I made 2. That's not bad, but no, not enough. He is dead. Now we're going to start with the commandos over here. Or not start, just continue on with the commandos over here. We're going to go with the Knob first with his Power Claw. Hitting on 4s. 2 hits. Yep. Wounding on 3s.
Oh.
No wounds. And the rest are going to attack in here. They got 15 attacks here. Hitting on 3s. And wounded on 5s because I'm not in terrain.
Otherwise I'd get +1.
Always get +1. Ooh, that's not bad. There we go. So 4 AP nothings. Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Failed 1 of them. All right, so now the boys are going to attack in here. We got the regular boys here, so 20 attacks, hitting on 3s.
They're shooter boys, not choppas.
They're shooter boys, not choppas.
All right.
And wounded on 5s. And 3 saves. Failed another 1. And then now it's going to attack in here. He's got 4 attacks.
And he does have the choppa.
He does have the choppa. That's why.
2 hits.
Get to the choppa. 5's to wound.
1
wound. Here it comes down to it. 3 up. I have no CP, so I can't re-roll it. If I make it, he lives with 1 wound left. If I fail, he dead. Here we go. Show him 3+. Oh, I just make it. I'll take it. I get to fight back into the commandos. Why not? Oh, that's a hit.
3 to wound.
No, but no wound. All right, so that's going to be it for the Orcs' turn here on turn 4. We will come back to you with the movement phase for Eldar on turn 4. All right, movement phase for the Eldar. He moved up here looking onto Snickrot there. He fell back out of combat because he didn't feel like getting power clawed in the face. And that's it. That's all I got left on the table. So we're going to go into shooting. He's going to fire everything into Snickrot. We're going to go with the whatchamacallit, the shuriken catapults first. All hits, looking for 4s to win. Easy, tough 3 or tough 4 or 5? T4, so 4s. Oh, 2 with AP -3, so he'll take 2 damage. All right, so Snickrot has a 3 up and cover, so he's got 2 6-up saves for those.
Maybe.
No, it doesn't make any. And then the twin cannon. Oh, getting 4 hits. That's going to only be 1 wound, so he's got his regular 3-up save. No, he takes it, so he takes 3 total wounds. All right, so that's going to be the end of the turn, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is where we are going to call it, because I am just way too far behind, because my opponent's going to score another 15, so he'll have the total of the maximum for 45 points for primaries. I had a grand total of 0 for primaries. My opponent would also raid the supply line, which would max him out on raid the supply line on his turn 5, getting 15 for that. That would get him to 60. Bring it down. He would definitely be able to kill at least that one. So that would give you an additional 3 points for that one. So that would give you a total of 7 points. 7 points for bring it down. And then line breaker, you would have gotten another 4 points for this turn, which would have gotten you to 12 points for line breaker. So
79, 89 with paint.
89 with the paint there. I had a total of wasn't able to kill his thing. I might be able to kill Snickrot next turn. It would be tough. I don't know. Maybe, possibly. But without killing Snickrot there, which we're not going to have, I got 4 points for engage on all fronts. I've got 9 points for assassinate. And then I would have had 5 points for while we stand, we fight. So yeah, a resounding victory for the Orks. I think the key moment was when they made that charge from the jump. That 9-inch charge was a huge moment, making it in here and just totally took down a lot of stuff and really hurt my ability to move out and do what I needed to do, which was fantastic and exactly what the Orks needed to do.
Green wave.
Big old wave. Yeah, the green tide just crashing against the shores of the Eldar here and taking them down, which was pretty awesome to see. So, I hope you guys have all enjoyed this. I certainly have. I have been Phil, the Glacial Geek, as always. My opponent's been Harrison. Until next time, stay safe and have fun.